Hey guys, Poison here, and today I'm gonna talk about my Tornado Shot character that I want to push to level 100. It's around half magic find, half not magic find, so it's not the full magic find character because I wanted to have enough life to not die all the time and be able to get to level 100, currently level 99 at 18% and farming toxic sewers. I'm gonna start with the map just to show you how the character plays, and then you can decide if you like this playstyle or you don't. I just want to get a map that I can get my herald effects and everything on. D&D is active, yeah. And I think I sextanted, no I didn't. So I'm gonna sextant it real fast here. We can get an unidentified map for that. Let's go do that. Do I have any more? Yes, I do. Okay, we're gonna go with an unidentified map since we got that sextant. I play with Beyond, and I play this map purely for EXP. I know that Wastepool is better, but in Wastepool you need an aura bot and probably a little bit more HP to not die at all, and it's much harder to sustain it. The layout of this map is pretty decent, so it's good to farm for EXP here. But anyways, I just wanted to show you how the character plays out, so you can decide for yourself. Where is the boss? Oh, the boss died, lol. Where is the boss? The boss died. Didn't even see him. So yeah, you can kill the boss. I've been killing like tier 14 vault bosses with this character with only tornado shots, so it's not a problem. That's the beauty of it. You don't need vault breaches or any shenanigans to be able to kill bosses. Just go next to him, just burst him down. Yeah, 2 monsters remaining. So that's about it. I'll go through the links first real fast, and then I'm gonna go through the skill tree, yeah? So, character. I start with the gloves. We got the Tomb Fist with 2 sockets. One of the jewels is Searching Eye, the other one is Murderous Eye, because if you have a Murderous Eye you intimidate your enemies, so that's why I took one of those as well. Crit multi, life, added lightning to bow attacks, or added lightning to attacks, or added cold to bow attacks is fine. So you can do any of these mods on your jewels. Then I have Ice Golem. Then this is a free socket that I'm leveling up usually to Vol it. This happens to be level 20, so let's hit it. Sometimes lucky, that's an Exalted Orb, lol. Okay, so that's a free socket there for me. Yeah. Then we have the Windripper. You're usually looking for high crit chance and high elemental damage with some decent attack speed on these. Those are the important things. Then we have elemental damage with attacks, damage on full life, Mirage Archer, Ice Bite, Greater Multi-Proc, and Tornado Shot, obviously. This is probably the best damage setup with clear speed as well. You could get like crit multi probably, depending on your whole setup. That will be probably more damage on hit with Tornado Shot, but Mirage Archer helps a lot when you go through the map and you have some Beyond mobs left and right behind you, because there are some leftovers. Sometimes you just can't one-shot everything, and the Mirage Archer just clears up everything. So you pretty much one-shot everything and clear up everything. You saw it, how smooth it was, and I had like 2 monsters remaining. So that's my 6-link setup. Then I have a 4-link with Vol Grace, Vol Haste, Increased Duration, and Decoy Totem. The Decoy Totem I was using when I was farming tier 14 vaults for currency. you can take it off and put another socket that you can level up, as I did with the Vol Haste. You don't need it necessarily, but I kept it there in case I'll use it in the future. So that's my falling setup. Obviously Wall Haste for mobility and attack speed. Then Wall Grace is super sick defensive skill. 34% chance to dodge attacks and 34% chance to dodge spell damage. It speaks for itself. It's pretty much active all the time, and it's a very, very good defensive gem. Now, I have a 6-link setup here, which you don't necessarily need a 6-link, but I'm going to talk about it after I go through it. Increased crits, Herald of Ice, Onslaught, Power Charge and Crit, Grace, and Enlightened support. Now you can go with Herald of Ice, Onslaught, Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark setup, and then you need only a 4-link for it. The reason why I went with this setup is that I can generate my power charges even on hexproof maps, and if I happen to use gloves like Elemental Weakness on Hit, which I have here, that's my Magic Find setup. You cannot have 2 curses unless you have a Biscos with +1 curse, but we know that is like 150x, so that's out of the question at the moment. I don't want to buy it. So this way I can generate my power charges and still have like a Elemental Weakness on Hit on gloves if I want to. And on top of that, I can do hexproof maps and still generate power charges. So it's a really nice 6-link setup. And also Onslaught is just like a bonus. It doesn't proc that much, but I have Onslaught on one of my jewels as well. I'm gonna show it when I go through the skill tree. So this is the upside of this setup. The only downside is that it reserves a little bit more mana, and that's why I took the Enlightened support. It's Enlightened 3. With Enlightened 4 I would probably have more mana, but I don't need it, so I didn't go for Enlightened 4. If I take it off I have like 135. And then this way I have like 180. So it's good to have an Enlightened 3. It's cheap and it's a really good 6-link setup. Now, Biscos and 2 Ventors are to get the resistances and quantity and some life. And the Biscos is also Magic Find, because you need some Magic Find, unfortunately, to be able to sustain the mapping costs, because nowadays it's very, very expensive. Everything is balanced around sextants, we all know. I don't want to get into this, but what I'm saying that you need Magic Find on your gear to be able to sustain the mapping costs. So that's why I went for these the 2 Ventors and the Biscos. As I said, you want to fix your resistances and get some life and quantity as much as you can on the Ventors. In terms of quiver, I think the Bastion slots are rare quivers, not necessarily this one, but rare quivers, for example, like this one here. Like crit multi, additional arrow, wed, attack speed. You can get some super crazy quivers. They're definitely better than Rigwoods in my opinion. And they are fairly cheap. Rigwoods are like 7-8x, and with that money you definitely can get yourself like something like this. Even this is better than Rigwoods, I think. But I happen to need the fire resistance, that's why I have this one. Additional arrow, movement speed, 40 wad, crit multi, crit chance. It's better than Rigwoods, like straight up. Alright. Then boots, you have Bubonics with 2 sockets. I know that these recently went up in price for like 40x. When I bought them they were like 24. You don't necessarily need 2 sockets. What you gain is like a little bit more damage and a little bit more life. As you can see, I went for life, cold damage, and crit multi on this one. And this is like full on damage. You can lose any of these 2, it's fine. So you can go with Bubonics with 1 socket, then you have another free socket to level up gems. Then I have Blink Arrow with faster attacks for mobility, and then obviously the Headhunter. As flasks, I have Seething Divine Flask of Staunching to remove bleeding, Dying Sun, obviously, for the two extra projectiles, ample diamond flask of warding for removing curses. Then Alchemist Jade of Reflexes for evasion rating. And obviously the Perfect Alchemist Quicksilver of Adrenaline. Now, in terms of evasion rating, since the Queen of the Forest movement speed bonus that you can get is limited now, what you're looking for is to have 45k evasion rating after you press your flask. This is what you want to achieve. And now you're capped on the movement speed that you can get from the Queen of the Forest, yeah? So that's what you're looking for, 45k. And what I forgot to talk about is that you want to have the secondary tornado shot projectiles on your helmet, because like they are just way too good, and it offers you a ton of clear speed as well. And stat wise, I forgot to talk about my helmet. You're looking for resistances and life. That's what you're looking on helmet, depending on what type of Ventors you get or what type of other rings you get. Ventors are not necessary, but good to have. Same goes for Biscos, because you want to keep up your mapping cost. And then, as I say, depending on what you get, stat wise on the Ventors, you're gonna cap your resistances here. And on jewels as well. So now we're going through the skill tree in a second. Ascendancy, I chose Raider for the mobility, obviously. And you get around the same things that you get as a Pathfinder. You're immune to ailments. You have like pretty much the same increased ally damage, but you're benefiting much more from the frenzy charges. So what you want to take first, I think, is Avatar of the Whale. So Quartz Infusion, Avatar of the Whale, Way of the Poacher, then Avatar of Slaughter. In terms of the skill tree, you're pretty much going through all the life nodes and damage nodes on the path. So I chose to go towards here and take that aspect of the eagle. Go down, take all the life nodes. As you can see, what you want necessarily is take all the frenzy charges. If you cannot cap your resistances, you have a nice all-res node here, which gives you 15 all-res, super nice. Sockets, all the sockets on the path you can get. Life nodes, as I said, all-res again, sockets, and I took piercing shots for the extra clear. As all the bows are using nowadays, Lunaris Fall with the claw nodes, super nice. It transforms all these juicy claw nodes into bow nodes, as you can see. If I take it off, this is gonna be like claw nodes. I put in the Lunaris and it transforms all of that into juicy bow nodes. You got your lifesteal here, a lot of crit multi, crit chance, super nice. You take all the Ellie Pen and Ellie damage, life again, crit multi, frenzy charges, life again, Ellie Pen, Ellie damage, crit multi, life, and sockets. That's all you get. Like nowadays the skill trees are pretty much pre-made. No matter what, you have to go through all the life nodes to get a decent amount of life. And this league specifically, you need all the freaking jewel sockets, because the jewels are super powerful this league. As you can see, as I said, gain onslaught for 4 seconds on kill. You want to have this on one of your jewels minimum to be able to have onslaught as much as possible active. Then I have some resistances, as you can see. I needed it to fix my resistances. And I think the rest is just like damage multiplier, damage multiplier. I have some more all-res, lightning and fire res, because I need it, as I said. And then life, res, damage multiplier. So this is what you're looking for on the jewels. yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like the walkthrough guide, call it as you want it. This is like half magic fight because I'm pushing it to 100 and I don't want to die in the meantime, because it's very hard to get to 100. If you lose 10%, you lose like 3 to 4 hours of your life. We don't want that. And once I'm done with level 100, I'm gonna put this back to full magic fight. I'm gonna change the skill tree and I'm gonna do an update on the build. Hope you like this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas, leave them on the comment section below. And also in the description, I will give you some useful links to the POB of this character in case I'm changing it. You will have that POB link to be able to look through it again in your path of building, obviously. Have a nice day. Once again, thanks for watching and see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.